Its history dates back to the 16th century, when the town of San Luis de los Perros, of Otomi origin, was established on these lands. It was in 1934 when it was decided to evict the town to create a dam that would supply water to the state of Hidalgo. In this way, the settlements of that town were submerged at the bottom of the water. Currently, only the towers of its churches stand out, which were intended for the veneration of Mr. St. Louis, King of France, and a smaller chapel dedicated to the Lord of the Moon, which gives an air of mystery and nostalgia to the place, which preserves those towers as architectural traces of the past. It was on June 6, 1935, when the town of San Luis de los Perros was submerged under the waters of the Taxhimay Dam. The dam has more than 365 hectares, and has a depth of 50 meters, which you can travel in boat or kayak. The place has become a highly relevant tourist area, as it has an extensive offer. You will find hotels, cabins, camping areas, restaurants, fish farms, boat and kayak services. Less than 11 kilometers from Villa del Carbón is a wonder of Mexico, the natural waterfalls of Villa de El Carbón, a spectacle worth seeing and enjoying. These waterfalls, one of the most beautiful spectacles of nature, are the product of the numerous rivers that cross the region. Their location among particular rock formations makes them a setting that will captivate any lover of the environment. Villa del Carbón is a peaceful, magical town. Without a doubt, its colonial heritage and its lush vegetation will enchant you. During colonial times, its main economic activity was the exploitation of coal. But currently one of its greatest attractions is the lush vegetation that surrounds it, as well as its colonial charm, that makes it an ideal setting for a getaway. This magical town maintains its riches, colonial and natural. It is surrounded by mountains and lush vegetation. Its quiet environment floods with essences of pine, singing birds, and the rhythmic water of its fountains, added to the charming streets, invite you to wander in this ecotourism destination. Llano Dam is one of the most precious ecological wonders of Villa de Carbón. To spend an unforgettable weekend, 20 kilometers from the center of Villa del Carbón, with an unforgettable landscape and environment for camping, there is this beautiful artificial dam. The dam takes on a jade green color that contrasts with a completely blue sky. It also functions as a water supplier around the neighboring towns. Llano Dam is a place that invites you to spend a family day in the countryside, with landscapes, walks along the rivers and springs, wading pools supplied by the river, canoe rentals and grills. Without a doubt, a spectacular landscape that you can enjoy with a boat ride and a delicious trout.